let's get started. So in this class, we'll be having our first project session. Before we get started, I want to make sure you all have construction drawings and a handout. These two things, if you don't have, please come to my office hour, and you will definitely need this to get your project started. Also, we are passing out a in-class exercise sheet, and if you don't have one, please.
I will be careful.
Or, does everyone have this one already? Alright. So, as you know, there are some students missing this session because of the career fair. So, please be aware we are video recording this session. And don't get intimidated. Just to be active and raise your hand if you have any questions. Okay, let's get started. My name is Kaijian Liu. I'm going to be the TA for this project. And another TA Xuan will be on my side to help you all if you have any questions. Just be sure if you have questions, send email to me. My email address is here. I think the class handout also has my email address. And all right, in this session, we will talk the project introduction, and we will introduce the drawings. As you know, there are so many drawings. I want to give you a brief introduction so you know which part you will be working on. And the third part is the project deliverable. We're going to talk about what we're going to submit at what date. And the last, we're going to talk about the project schema. So, project introduction, as you may have already seen the handout for the project. This is an expansion project for a casino. We'll be adding new spaces for gaming floor, for the new restaurant, and foods, etc. So each group, as a company, will prepare for a bid. The bid is for the excavation and the concrete work up to the casino level, which is elevation 100 feet. And specifically, we will be working on bid package number 2 and number 5. We will be talking detail about package number 2 and 5 later on. So the bid should be submitted as a professional report, which will include project preparation plan, executive summary, etc. We will also talk this in detail in the project deliverable session. So now let's look at our project, exactly what we are going to do in this project. So excavation work and concrete work will be our primary focus here. And as you can see from the screen, we are going to do the package number 5, which is shown in the red boundary. Also the package number 2, the tunnel, which is indicated by the blue line. Now you can, if you're taking the drawings with you, you can open your drawing at page LRS 202B. And the next page, LRS 202C. Also, I have already put the boundary in these two sheets. And because I think this is not very clear, I'm going to pass this around. And if you want, you can also mark the boundary on your drawings. So exactly what we're going to do here, as you can see, drawings are ready? Okay. So as you can see, the package number 5 is starting from line 11 here.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the page numbers, please?
Okay, the page LRS 202B. is on the back. This one? Then everyone on this page already? All right. So let's get started with the package number 5 first. On the left side, we will be starting from line 11 here. This line is on the page 202B. Any questions? Any questions? All right. So the red boundary is on the next page at the line 19. Next page, 202B. Questions? Okay, but the package number 5, the top boundary. If you have any questions, raise your hand. For this part, the top boundary is on the line A. Here. And the bottom boundary is line G. Here. Also, here, this is a line to the line C. Any questions? Okay. And the package number 2 is the terminal. As you can see here, around line 11, we have a terminal. And the terminal starts from the line G to the line C. Any questions? Can I go to next page? Oh, by the way, this line is aligned to the line 14. So this is the joints I'm passing around here, and this is more clear. And the boundary is accurate. Great, thanks. Just pass around. And here we marked on the line 11. As you can see here, we have 2 footings on the line 11. In this project, we will not consider these 2 footings. But we need to consider other footings in the boundary. Here, this is package number 5. Any questions? All right. So if you are really not sure the area of this space or this project, you can ask me later after the class. I'll go to my office hour. I can show you more like on which area you will be working on. Another thing we need to emphasize is we will be only working on the excavation and concrete work. For example, as you can see here on this footing, we have a steel column marked as H. We're not going to consider the column. Instead, we will be only focusing on the footing here. Also, on the line C, we have some isolation joint. If you can see on your drawings, there is some isolation joint. We'll be not considering the joint as well. So, any questions? If not, I'm going to proceed. And in the next section, I will show you a list of drawings and which are necessary and helpful to help you to do the project. So for this page A001, there are some legends and symbols, abbreviations. You will need to understand what each symbol stands for. And on this page, we're showing the north-south building section. This is the elevation on the north and south building side, which give you a elevation detail. And also on this, as 101 and 102, we will have structural cover sheet and a general notes, which will be helpful for you to go to the details. For example, the property of concrete we'll be using. Also, next page, 2021B, is the basement foundation plan and the notes. And also the followings are exactly the package number 2 and the number 5. For example, this 202B is and the 202C is just the one we were reviewing earlier in previous slides. And the followings are the specifications and notes. For example, they provide specifications on the dimension of footings. Also, the reinforcement we'll be using in the following drawing pages. All right, any questions? Okay. If you do not have time to mark all the the package, the boundaries for packages and the drawings you will be using, don't worry, we'll be uploading these slides onto the campus. Okay, next I think is more related or more important in this session because there is a project preparation plan that will be due on October 13th. So the project deliverable include group information, which is done already. I post the group information on campus, and please go to the campus and check if there is any mistakes or if you didn't find your name on the group list. Please just send me an email. And the next deliverable is project preparation plan, which is due on Thursday, October 13th. This is just a soft copy, meaning you need just send me an email with your soft copy of your project preparation plan. You don't need to submit any paper-based work. And the next deliverable is executive summary and page presentation slides, which is due on Monday, November 28th. The last thing and the most important thing here is the project report, which is due on December 2nd on Friday. So let's go to, let's get into the project deliverable in more detail. So at the end of this class, you will submit a project report on a group basis. So we have 16 groups. So each group will need to submit a report. The report will include project preparation plan, executive summary, the cost estimate, detailed cost estimate, release plan analysis, and the cash flow analysis. As you know, you have already submitted this preparation plan or executive summary on this date here, October and November. In the final report, you need also include them, although you already have submitted them. So the first deliverable is project preparation plan. In this project preparation plan, you need to include 3 main components, including a work breakdown structure, a work division plan, and a schedule. So let's look at what is work breakdown structure. So as you can see here, for example, for the feed package number 5 and number 2 and number 5, we have concrete work, we have excavation work. So this is a work example WBS. Here, as you can see, the top work is concrete work, and we break down the concrete work into formwork, reinforce, and finishing, etc. And for the formwork, we go to more detail. We have form in place for elevated slab. We have forms for slab on grade. Those cost item. So your work breakdown structure needs to go to this detail, to the very bottom layer. And actually this item called cost item, it corresponds to an item in the RS means. It means your work breakdown structure needs to go to the very detail level and correspond to item in the RS means. And as you can see here, we have R. Smith item number for this cost item. We have page number. So this is exactly format you need to submit for the work breakdown structure. You need to include an ID for each work. For example, here we have country work of ID 2. So the form work we have ID 2.1, and the following IDs follows this format. Also, you need to have your work name, your detailed work name, and your cost item. Because cost item corresponds to the R. Smith item, you need to list R. Smith item number here. And the page number means the R. Smith page number this appears on. Any questions? Go ahead.
Are you uploading this to Compass?
Yeah, we will upload this to Compass. The next one is work division plan. For this project, we have several deliverables, including, as you know, we need to do the cost estimate, the detailed cost estimate, cash flow analysis, and list these activities. The detailed activity has been listed in the handout. And in order to do this, your group has to distribute your effort. For example, for the project cost estimate, member A and member B will be responsible for this. And there is no, for example, to say the date or who will be the check of their work. And you need to assign person to each activity, but to make sure, for example, member A and member B already did the project cost estimate. It doesn't mean that they don't need to take care of the following items. They need to be in the group, discuss with other group members in order to do the detailed cost estimate and, the following activities. And the last one for the project preparation plan is the schedule. Here, this is just an example. The date doesn't represent the current date we have for this project. So here, you need to arrange your activity. For example, your preparation plan to a date, starting, for example, this week to 2 weeks later, and you will start the cost estimate after the preparation plan, and to like 4 weeks later, maybe. When you do this schedule, just make sure your schedule is aligned with our deliverable date. For example, our project preparation plan is due on October 13th, yes. October 13th, it means your end date for this activity has to be on the October 13th or before this date. You cannot end it like after October 13th. So just to make sure your schedule is aligned with our project deliverable dates. All right, so for the project preparation plan, again, we need to submit three components in the report. The first is work breakdown structure, work division plan, and schedule. Any questions? All right, because this is gonna do maybe around 2 weeks later. If you have any questions, just ask me during after class or during the office hour. And the next deliverable is executive summary. This executive summary is going to be 1 page or 2 page summary of the information you're providing to the general contractor. For example, the information you have included the brief introduction of the work you are doing, exactly the package number 2 and number 5. Also the bid price, how much money you're going to asking for your contractor to make this work done. And the last is bid form. As you can see, this is the bid form. It contains bid item. The bid item is the cost item we have already have in the work breakdown structure. And it's a unit, the estimate quantity, and the unit price, and the total price. Finally, you will have a bid price, for example, here. And this price is the price you're going to charge for the work you will be doing. I think if you don't have any clue on what the bid form is and what you're gonna do, you don't need to worry, because as the class goes, the professor, Harry, will introduce more in detail what you need to do to make a bid form. So the next deliverable is project cost estimate. We will rely on the work breakdown structure because in the work breakdown structure we already have a list of cost items. For example, here. And for the cost items, we will do the second step is to do the quantity takeoff, because we need to know the quantity of the work, and we know the unit price. We can get a final total price for the work we'll be doing. This is example here for the footing, the excavation quantity for this footing. As you can see, this footing here, this is the volume of this footing, but the excavation is going to be larger than the volume of this footing, because here we need to create a working space for the worker to place concrete. So as you can see here, this is the boundary we need to do the excavation for. And I think you all have the in-class exercise here, right? So this is exactly the same as this example list here. So in this exercise, you will be estimating the quantity for the excavation here. So I think you now can get started with to calculate the volume of the excavation you will need. Is there anyone who wants to volunteer here on the blackboard to show your calculation?
Yeah, camera's on.
You want?
You'll be on YouTube. Yeah.
The panel.
Just like this. Yes, yes. Because
It's fine.
that's right.
Another volunteer, want to show your solution here? So I assume everyone is done with the exercise, right? Do you need more time? All right. So we got the solution here. Who else wants to share your final answer to this exercise? who got the 138 cubic yard? Anyone got the same number? No? So let's look at the solution here. For the excavation, we can consider as a volume of pyramid. For example, this green pyramid, and you need to consider it as a 3D. So this is a green pyramid, the volume, and this is a red pyramid, right? The volume we need to excavate is the volume of the green pyramid minus the volume of the red pyramid. So how do we calculate the volume of pyramid? Here, for example, for the green pyramid, we have 1/3 times the area here on the top, and times the height. Height is this is 8, this is 9. So 8 plus 9 is the height of this green pyramid, right? This 18 is the length here. So this is a square, so it's the 18 plus 8 and plus 8 and the square. We got the area for the top surface, and we got the volume of this pyramid. Then we can use the same way to calculate the volume of the red pyramid. 1/3 times this is 18. This is also square. This is the area of the top surface of this red pyramid, and times the height, which is 9. So we get this volume. And the excavation volume is exactly the volume of green pyramid minus the volume of this red pyramid, which using this number here and this number minus this number, we can get the fate of this excavation. Any questions? Who got this number? Oh, great. So I think this one, what you did is just using the area here, right? You calculate this area first, and times the depth, which is 18. So for the rectangle or the square, you can just times this, but this is a triangle, so you cannot just directly multiply like that. So any questions on the solution? Go ahead.
Why are we subtracting the volume of the red? Is that supposed to simulate like the footing?
Oh, the red is actually this red pyramid is underneath of the footing. This is the volume we're not going to activate.
Okay, so does the volume green include that footing originally?
Yes,
The
yes. I mean, this green is this because this area is covered by the red.
Okay.
So the green is a big pyramid here.
Okay.
Any questions? All right. Let's continue. So after we have the quantity, we need to do the project cost estimate spreadsheet, and we will rely on the RS means. This is the snapshot of RS means for the form. As you can see here, we have a spread form, and we can get the daily output. We can get the unit, which is square feet contact area. We can get the unit price of the material, the labor, the equipment. We can get the total unit price. So what we need to do in this task is here. For this activity, the concrete form, let's assume we estimate the quantity as 100 square feet contact area. And we get the daily output from the RS means here, 371. And we divide this quantity by the daily output. We can get the duration days. And we can get also the unit material cost from the RS means, which is this number. We can get material adjustment factor here. For example, we need to consider the waste, the tax, the CP cost index to get the adjustment factor for this material, which is here, in this case, it's 1.126. And we need to adjust this unit cost of the material with this adjustment factor and to get the cost for the material used in this activity. Similarly, we can get the labor cost from our means here. We can get the labor adjustment factors also from our means. And we do the similar thing like we did for the material. We can get the labor cost we need for this 100 square SFCA form. And similarly for the equipment. So in this task, you will rely on the RS means. As you know, we have RS means available in Granger Library. And we also have 2 copies of RS means 2016 in my office, which is 3119, and in the office of another TA Lufan. And if you didn't find the RS means available in the Granger, you can make an appointment with me to borrow, to use the RS means in my office, or stop by during my office hour to use the RS means. So this is what we're going to do for the estimate. Here is an example like what we need, how we are going to find the correct atoms in the RS means. For example, in here we're going to